Hello all, generic influencer here. Welcome to my last to first challenge in Australia. We're driving as Daniel Ricciardo in the Renault. We're going to do an amazing qualifying and an amazing race. Wait, what do you mean? You didn't want to see this video? You didn't? Oh, well, look, I don't care. It's my channel. Let's go. On board with Daniel Ricciardo then for his qualifying lap. He's been doing really well in practice. He'll want to get off to a good... That's not how you take to... Oh, good grief! My word! Daniel Ricciardo in the wall at his home racing qualifier. He's absolutely disgusted with himself. I imagine his reaction is something like this. The grid for tomorrow looks like this then. Mercedes dominating qualifying. The rest of the grid kind of speaks for itself, but it's going to be a mountain to climb for Mr. Rick Bobby at the back of the grid. 20th place. Let's see how he does in the race tomorrow.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Cheers, Jeff. Thank you very much. Here we are then. Last to first challenge, or realistically, not last to first. Have you seen the fucking car we're in, guys? Just like any other 25% race we've ever done, it's a one-stop. It's not going to be very interesting.
What a shame.
Here we are then. 5 red lights coming on for the Australian Grand Prix, but not the Australian Grand Prix. And the lights are out, and away we go for the last to first challenge, but not really last to first challenge because we're in a car towards the first corner. Here we go. AI get a great start as always, which is just absolutely incredible and great for my blood pressure. But round the outside of Kubica at the first corner, he tags us despite the fact we give him the River Thames width of track space. But there you go, what can you do? Now it's time to get our head down and overtake George Russell and 2 other cars maybe down the inside. But 3 wide won't work at Australia, surely not into the left-hander. We get clouted off. Thanks, Lance Stroll. You overpaid, oil shake. And now into the right-hander, and we now have to play catch-up as Giovinazzi's trying to overtake us, and it's all kicking off in this first bit. But luckily now we can calm down. That is fantastic. But the good thing is, on lap 1, the AI aren't really optimized. So diving down the inside, as Rick Bobby would do, of Lance Stroll. Squeeze him out. P16. Very good stuff. On to lap 2 then, because genuinely nothing happened. Nothing of interest. We take liberty of the track limits, and it's chasing down the Toro Rossos. But that curve on the outside seems to be the curve of death on this track now, apparently. No idea how that's happened. But what can you do? Chasing down the Toro Rossos. This car, the important thing about the Renault compared to last year is that it doesn't have that same mechanical grip. You can feel it in the aero. It likes to understeer quite a lot more than some of the other midfield cars. However, it does plant itself quite well. It is quite a stable car. So that's an advantage. However, at the moment, the job is trying to overtake the Toro Rossos. And as we cut on to lap 3, DRS is active. We're not going to have that, but we are going to have a good run on Kvyat here. So much so, as we come down into turn 3, we make a very half-hearted attempt at a dive bomb. It's like Tom Daly on a Saturday night after 2 gin and tonics. And it hasn't worked. We've slid the car out. Oh, my word. And Lance Stroll is now all over the back of us. Coming into turn number 6, hopefully. I don't know anymore. But luckily, we slammed that door on him. We maintain P16 for now. Nothing else happened the rest of the lap. I mean, what more did you expect, ladies and gents? However, this time we are much closer to Russia's only F1 driver at the moment, Daniel Kvyat. We have lots of ERS to play with. We've moved back a bit. However, in last minute, we are going to complete the dive bomb on Daniel Kvyat. Fantastic stuff. Rick Bobby at his finest, and now we chase after Pierre Gasly up ahead. He won't be wooing so much down in 14th. Maybe soon to be 15th, but the McLaren and Haas were fighting up ahead, and they're just... It's a massive clump up ahead. Perez has shot off into the distance. He's basically secured 7th place. But as for us, down the inside of Pierre Gasly, last minute, squeeze him out, up 2 positions in the space of a sector and a bit. P14. Nice work. On to lap 5 then, and we've caught up to the back of Grosjean. The Toro Rossos have fallen off the back of us, and hopefully we can get the jump on Roman pretty soon. We're even closer to him than we were to Kvyat. Despite his Ferrari power unit, he's not going to get away, and once again it is a big dive to the inside, locking up just quickly to make sure we don't clatter into Raikkonen like a fruitcake. But this time we do get the move done cleanly, and now it is time to go on a chase. Or I say we do. Here we are, actually. We chased quite well onto the back of Raikkonen here. But we're going to come through this right-hander. It's all kicking off up ahead once again between the Haas's and the McLarens. And there's a bit of carbon fibre there. That is Hulkenberg's. and so I make the intuitive decision to pit this lap so I don't lose time. Onto the medium tyres, we are going to go into the pits. We go. How good are our pit team in this one? You know what? They're actually so good. We're on lap 7. We're a full lap ahead of when they brought us into the pits, which is fantastic. Gap to the Williams cars, less than a pit stop. So that is fantastic. So it is our job to push now like a stabbed rodent of some description and make sure we get the jump on those we couldn't before, i.e. the McLarens and our teammates. So pushing as hard as we can. Felt like my braking was a bit inconsistent in this one, but that's more my fault than my equipment's fault, as per, really. There's the gaggle of cars in the pit lane. Do we jump them all? We comfortably jump them, setting our personal best lap of the race so far in the process. Fantastic work, and hopefully we can jump some more cars. Max Verstappen up ahead. Can we catch it? We're not going to catch Verstappen.
Let's be honest, guys. We are not going to catch Verstappen this race either. I'm sorry to disappoint you all.
Let's see if we can jump some more cars then. On to lap number 9. Right about now, we are approaching lap number 9 through the last corner. Even more cars in the pit lane. We're not going to overtake the top cars, but it's our job to try and be best of the rest. Well, second best of the rest. Perez is gone. There's Carlos Sainz on the hard tyres for some reason. We are just going to get ahead. Yes, we are. I'm surprised we didn't make contact into the first corner, but we just about get ahead. Fantastic stuff there. For some reason, the flags are going weird, and there's a reason for that, because there is the virtual safety car out of what seems like absolutely nowhere, and so I had to check what was going on. Let's forget that I'm not matching the Delta. Look, we don't
Need to talk about that guy.
we have a gander, and it turns out Romain Grosjean and Daniel Kvyat have apparently had severe collisions with a couple of other drivers, and as a result, both have crippling penalties. So that's an interesting one. However, it's also good because we can save some fuel. VSC ending, however, and you can see the orange dot of Sainz dropping off, and that's because he's actually retiring from the race. You literally cannot write this script. We are comfortably in 10th place ahead of anyone else. Sainz out of the session, out of absolutely nowhere. Maybe the hard tyres just blew up on him spontaneously. I don't even know. On to lap 10, we are in our rightful position of P8 after Lance Stroll and Giovinazzi both pit. We pushed a little too hard, almost bin it, and that would have been challenge over, but luckily we are still on the road, and that was, quite frankly, the most scary thing I've seen since the Annabelle movie. On to lap 11, and on to lap 12, we are slowly catching Perez. We can still do this, guys.
We didn't able to do this, ladies and gents. I am really, really heavily sorry.
Lap 15, final lap. We didn't catch Perez. The tortilla was too quick. Hamilton's won the Grand Prix in other news, but who gives a f*** about that, really? From us, though, it's been a valiant effort. Started last on the grid, plumb last to P8, which it wasn't too bad at all, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, car didn't feel great. I wasn't driving too great. We almost lost it there, for instance. But through all that adversity, we couldn't catch Perez, but it's a valiant effort nonetheless. We take P8 in the last question mark challenge. Yes!
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Get in there, Lewis. Miracles do happen, mate.
I don't want Mercedes to win. Doesn't matter, though. There we are, P8. As you can see, our lap time wasn't actually that quick. Hulkenberg was faster than us, for instance. But we maintained the gap to Lando Norris. Couldn't catch Perez, but he was off in a league of his own as the McLarens and the Haas car fought away. In the end, it's not a bad showing from us at all. P20 to P8 in the Renault car with Daniel Ricciardo. Very nice job. Thank you all very much for watching this absolute sellout of a video. I can't even lie, I'm the biggest copycat on the internet at this point. If you did enjoy, smash like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because honestly, it does help me out a massive amount and it would mean a great deal. Also, follow me on social media. My Twitter and my Instagram are at KarlsCarsYT. Links are down in the description below. Give them a follow and it will be all very, very good fun. Until the next video, whatever it may be,
Might well be the online video, so stay tuned for that one.
thank you all ever so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you very soon.